All right.
Hello, everybody.
Yeah. Thanks, everyone, again for coming to our manufacturing e-commerce success series. I'm going to drop off here and let Kurt Anderson take it with our speaker, Ira.
Man, I've hardly slept this whole week, Ira. So, guys, big thank you. Shout out to Damon. Damon's the owner of Exit Your Way. He is our host with the most. So, thank you, Damon, for your commitment to every Wednesday for this little shindig. So, I'm going to jump right in. I don't know if this gentleman needs an introduction or not. So, this is Ira Bowman, the founder, the owner of Bowman Digital Media, the founder and owner of the Bowman family with 8 children. 8 is enough, he says. And so this is such an honor and privilege. I had a little sneak preview of this program, and please strap on the seatbelts. This is going to be a killer. So, Ira, take it from here, buddy.
Cool. Well, thank you for having me, everybody. If you don't know, I'm Ira. I own Bowman Digital Media. Also, I work with Exit Your Way. I'm the director of sales and marketing here in LA. So I'm happy to work for them. And today I have a series that I've done, Grow and Excel. Did one for job seekers, how to, use LinkedIn to find a job. I did one for people who want to build their personal network on social media. And so this is the next evolution, how to grow and excel your business profile on social media. And we're going to talk all about why you want to do it. It's basically, it all boils down to website traffic. You need more traffic on your website so you can get more leads, so you can increase sales, and that's the cycle. So today we're going to talk specifically about how to build a ridiculously massive social media following while driving insane traffic to your website. There might be a little hyperbole there, but anyways, point of order. If you're seeing me and my screen and you can't read the screen, some of us have bad eyes. What you can do is take your mouse, hover over the 4 arrows in the top right-hand corner of my screen, and that will enlarge it to full screen. Then you'll be able to see things bigger. And at any time you want to come back to this view, just hit the escape button and it'll take you back to this view. Okay, so I'm going to keep moving. So slide number 2 says network size matters. A lot of people ask me about that. Does it really matter how many people I'm connected to, how many people follow me? Well, let me tell you, with no uncertain ambiguity or doubt or hesitation, it 100% matters. In fact, it 1,000,000% matters. It's a huge part of your success, whether that's as an individual contributor or as a business organization. We're going to talk about why, but specifically, I'm going to cover how you will build your social media audience, how you're going to increase your website traffic, how you're going to improve your SEO, how you're going to strengthen your branding, your lead generation, and finally, and most importantly, how you're going to generate more sales with all this. I'm actually going to blow up my screen so I can read it myself. Social media growth is an opportunity to build your brand awareness, generate interest, drive website traffic, and engage with more prospects. It helps you do all of those things. The cost per visitor can be far less expensive than what you would spend on Google ads or other social media advertising, and drive surprisingly large volumes of traffic to your website. Today, we're going to review these concepts. I'm going to give you a 30,000-foot view on how you can generate all the above by focusing or paying someone like me to focus on your business social media. So let's get started. First and foremost, what are traffic sources? Where do you gain traffic for your website? Where does that come from? Okay, there's actually a few different categories. Here they are. The number one source for traffic is paid. So Google and social media ads. Number 2 is social media. LinkedIn, Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, and microsites. There's many of them, and there's advantages to all. We'll talk about that a little bit. Next, you have backlinks. So your follow links are what they call do follow links from blogs, partner tabs, social media profiles, and more. Email campaigns are next. So your marketing and sales team efforts. Referral sources from clients and from vendors, and then organic or natural visitors. That's the different buckets where people are coming to your website from, or they could be coming to your website from if they're not. Okay. So the number one source of visitors for most business websites are driven from Google. Google searches, Google ads, so they see your ad when they're searching for other things. These are the two ways, either direct search, which would be organic, or paid advertising. So Google ads are king in the marketing space, but they don't come cheaply, okay? Many are putting all their eggs, and when I talk about all their eggs, I'm talking about their marketing budget, in the Google ads basket because they are the largest search engine, and they're the largest search engine by a million miles. The number 2 search engine in the world is YouTube behind Google, and Google owns YouTube. When you add YouTube and Google together, nobody even comes close. It's insane. So Google is the king of search engines, right? So that's why people are paying for Google ads. But large companies are spending on average $8,500 a month just on the Google ads alone. Small and medium businesses, that's SMB, by the way, SMB companies, small and medium businesses companies are spending around $3,000 per month. And that varies, obviously. The closer they are to bootstrapping or starting their business, probably not spending anything. And the closer they are to a mid-sized company, they might be spending in excess of $5,000, $6,000 a month. But on average, those companies are spending around $3,000. Complex, Google ads are very complex for beginners and really should be managed by a professional, which does add to the cost because you have to not only have your budget for the ads, then you have a management fee. So anyways, if you have questions about that, we can cover it at the end because I know Google ads are complex. But here's an analogy for you or a breakout. When people say, well, if I spend $3,000 a month, let's say I'm a small to medium-sized business owner, and I spend $3,000 a month, what am I going to get? Well, it depends on what industry you're in. I've taken 2 different industries and I'm giving you an exact, based on industry standards, what they could expect with their $3,000. Here's what we have. A competitive legal website versus a competitive e-commerce website. The competitive legal site's going to get a $20 per average cost per click, or CPC. Ad spend $3,000. They're going to get about 150 clicks on that per month. They're going to get about 7% conversion rate. They're going to get about 10.5 new leads per month. And that's the most important thing for you as the business owner. How many leads are you getting, right? 10.5. If you're a competitive legal site, spending $3,000 with an ad campaign that is highly efficient, right? Competitive e-commerce site on the other side, $3 cost per click average. So look at that. It's a lot less expensive. And ad spend, same $3,000, so it's apples to apples. Instead of 150 clicks, they're going to get 1,000 clicks. Conversion rate, however, is a lot lower, 3.5% versus 7%. More people, but a lower conversion rate. But they are going to get, on average, about 35 new orders. Okay, and again, this is just industry averages. So hopefully that helps you. Like if you are, like I am, in the media business, right? Creating videos, websites, and that kind of stuff, you're going to get different results than somebody who is perhaps a business coach, or maybe they are an architect, or maybe they're building widgets, right? Whatever industry you're in, that will affect your results, okay? And how much you need to spend to get the desired results. So that whole category, that's paid advertising. This is the second category, social media, and the one we're going to focus on the most today. Social media is free advertising. It's an opportunity for free advertising, even though you can pay to do social media ads. When I say social media, I'm talking about the interactive part where you create a profile for your business, for yourself, and you engage with people, right? So the very first thing you have to understand is your business needs a LinkedIn and Facebook profile. Why? Because there are hundreds of millions of people. In fact, there's over 1 billion people when you add them together that are on both platforms. Now, are you B2B or are you B2C? Because if you're B2B, LinkedIn dominates. If you're B2C, then Facebook dominates. But you need both either way. And we can talk about why in the question section if you like. But you need both. The other ones you definitely want to consider: YouTube, Instagram, Pinterest, and Twitter. Why? Because again, they all have hundreds of millions of followers. It'll help you. Okay. Make sure you have a Google verified business. If you go to Google Maps and you type in your business name and it doesn't show up, it's because nobody has verified your business with Google. It's how you're going to get Google reviews. It's going to help strengthen your SEO, but you have to verify your business. So make sure somebody has done that, especially for you newer businesses out there starting up, right? Make sure you have added visit website link to your company profiles. Every single profile you have on every social media platform should have a link to your business, especially if you own it. But even if you work there, you should have a link to your business site. It'll help them out. It'll help your business make more money, and therefore it makes your job, even if it's just a job, more secure. But if you're an owner, it's going to help you in a variety of ways. Okay. You want to make sure that you're using hashtags with your business name or acronym. We're going to talk about that in detail in a minute. And you want to consider microsites like SPN, which is serviceprofessionalsnetwork.com, and projecthelpyougrow.com for more follow links. Why? Because it's free. They have good domain authorities, and it helps. The more backlinks you have, the higher your website is going to rank, as long as they're not spam sites, right? And most social media sites are not spam sites, so it all helps. For your business, your profile photo should not be your company mascot, dog, even a product of your widget. What you want to do is you want to make it your logo, okay? This is for branding purposes primarily here, but for branding purposes, unless you're, like Nike or Google or somebody who everybody knows your logo anyways, right? But if you have 100 followers and you're trying to build your business profile, you want the brand, the logo, to be what people think of when they see and hear about your company. So just make that your profile photo. The note here is make sure it fits. The whole thing fits. For some of you, you have really wide, you have really wide or landscape logos, and you need to use an alternative version. It's what we call in the design business a stacked logo, but it needs to be a square, okay? It needs to fit inside a square. If you have a really wide one and you fit it all in, it's going to be so small nobody can read it. So if you have one of those logos, you might want to consider actually changing your logo to more of a square shape. It can be a circle or a square, but don't make it a wide rectangle. And that's the reason why, because it's for a variety of reasons. For social media and for websites, it just fits better if it can fit inside a square. Okay. Now, your cover photo is the most important part of your whole social media profile, personal or professional, for your business. And what you want to do on there for your business is you want to summarize in just a few words on the right-hand side what it is that your company does. Why? Because when people click on it, they're going to be there for just a second. They're going to scan it. It's like when you go fishing and a fish bites the hook. If you don't set that hook right away, the fish can get away. So the cover photo is not dynamic. It's not searchable. If somebody goes into a search bar and types the words that you have there, it won't hit, right? This is just a visual thing. But when you come to Bowman Digital Media's business page and you see social media management, website designer, video and graphics, hopefully that's what you're looking for, one of those things or more, and it gets you to continue to read on. So that's all that is. But it's important because if you have a blue starry sky or a blank cover photo and they might go, these people are boring, and go away. Now, most of you don't know how to create a post. I'm going to tell you that this works for your business as well as your personal. So you can use this interchangeably for your business posts and for your personal posts. What you want to do is you want to start with a question, a powerful phrase, or a statement. Think headline in an article, okay? Then you want to create some space. So I'm right here now. So the white space creates a calming effect. Then you want to support your statement or question with a few subpoints. Think about like subtitles here. Do it succinctly. Again, brevity is good because people are lazy by nature. They don't want to read a book. You want to catch their attention. You want to draw them in with the subtitle. So just one or two sentences, easy to read. Then more space. Then for the main body of the post, you can add a single type of emoji to act like a bullet point, and it helps break it up and add a little visual spice to it, and it doesn't count as a photograph, which we'll talk about in a minute. That's a pitfall that you want to avoid. And that will help you communicate your message clearly and get people to read it. Then you want to have more space. Then you want to do a call to action, which is usually a statement or a question. It could be like, visit my website, see the link below in comments, or ask a question like, would you like me to do a press release for you, or do you need a new website? Something like that. Smart tag people, I'm going to show you what that is in a second, but you want to add your smart tags. And then you want to add your relevant hashtags, which again, I'm going to cover in just a moment. Okay. So let's keep going. In your posts, especially if you have a very small network, you want to avoid these pitfalls because these are like, I call them boat anchors. Okay. Your post is like a boat and you want that boat to go 100 miles an hour. You want to get a lot of views, a lot of comments. You want people to share it and engage with it and all that stuff. If you avoid some of these boat anchors, you're going to increase your chance of that happening. If you add these boat anchors, it's kind of like your boat is stuck in place and it's not going to go anywhere. Okay. So the number one thing that I tell people, this is the worst. You can get away with some of these things, but this is the worst. Videos. You want to link your videos, especially native videos, because a linked video to a YouTube channel is considered a hyperlink, not a video. When I'm talking about videos, I'm talking about a native video that you upload directly to YouTube. I'm sorry, to Facebook or to LinkedIn. LinkedIn primarily in this case. Okay. You don't want to use any profanity. Again, you're professional, so stop it. Don't do that, right? Even if that's your brand, you still don't want to do it because you could offend people that might have shared it if you didn't do it, but because you did swear or use profanity, they won't share it. So even if it doesn't cost you directly, it can cost you indirectly with shares and followers, frankly. Misspelled words. Now, I suffer from dyslexia, so I misspell stuff all the time. It's awful. I double check, triple check, quadruple check sometimes, and I still make mistakes, but don't because you're a business. You need to be professional. Irrelevant or too many hashtags. Again, I'm going to come back to hashtags, but what I mean here is, let's say you have a post with 2 sentences and then you have 50 hashtags. That is way too many. Hashtags at different times in the algorithm actually can pull you down as a boat anchor, but this is a visual boat anchor all the time. It comes across as spam. So what you want to do is you want to do like 5 to 10. There is no magic number. The first 3 that you use are the most important on LinkedIn because it actually will include the hashtags as part of the URL. So the vanity URL will include that. So that's always use your most important hashtags first. Usually those are the biggest ones. So, and we'll get into that again in just a second. But then hyperlinks. This is the number one mistake I see business owners making in their posts. They want to put their business website in every single post because you're trying to drive traffic to your website. I get the idea. But if you would say, see the link to our website in the comments and then put it in as a comment, you won't have that boat anchor holding you back. And you can still get the desired effect. In fact, because your visibility might be 3 or 4 times more people because you didn't put the hyperlink in the post itself, the net effect is more people will actually visit your website, even though you didn't have the website in the post. Again, you can ask me questions about that later if you would like to. So I've given you pitfalls to avoid. Now what I want to do is tell you that commenting is far more important than the post content itself. Here's what I mean. If I was a business, which I am, Bowman Digital Media and Exit Your Way, I want to comment 80% of the time and post only 20% of the time. The 80-20 rule, but in the reverse order for most of you. What you're thinking, like I need to post. No, what you really need to do is comment. If you have 100 people and you make a post that goes big, what is that going to get you? 250 views, 1,000 views if you're lucky, something like that. Many of you can't do that. I could teach you how, but many of you can't. You don't get a lot of eyeballs. But if you would take the time as your business to go and comment on other people's posts that have large networks, for example, like Follow Me Friday, that's happening right now with Ira on LinkedIn, you can take your own profile, make a comment, and tag your business in the comments, and then go to your business page, come back to the Follow Me Friday post that has 100,000 people in it, and comment as your business. And now more people see your business, and then they'll come and follow you. You see what I mean? You're engaging in where there are people actually swimming. It's like swimming in a water where you're looking for a feeding frenzy. Because, you know, your website is the bait. You want them to eat the bait. Well, you've got to put the bait where the fish are. So right now, your business pages are small. So when you make a lot of posts or you make content as in the form of posts, you're not actually doing a lot of good. You're not helping yourself until you build that audience. So comment. Okay. You want to grow on LinkedIn, don't ignore comments. One great tip is to ask open-ended questions. The questions help encourage more conversation, which increase views and activity. If someone posts anything negative on your post, just delete it. Stay away from negativity. Cut it out whenever you can. Just delete them. And by all means, don't engage with trolls. Don't forget to tag your personal profile in any posts that you have in your company pages, and then go and respond. And when you respond as yourself, tag your friends too. Let them know, like, hey, can you come help me out? That's basically what you're doing with tagging people. You're inviting people to the party. And I'm going to tell you what a tag is in a minute, just in case you don't know. First, I'm going to start with hashtags. Okay. So what is a hashtag? Hashtags are the little pound sign and then a word. No spaces, no symbols, no abbreviations, none of that stuff, right? So innovation, 38.8 million people follow the word innovation in a hashtag on LinkedIn. So use it. Management, 36 million. Digital marketing, technology, future, entrepreneurship, marketing, and social media. These are some that you should just sprinkle in. Don't use the same 3 every time. Mix them up, because now you're mixing your audience. Now, here's the other thing. I don't know if you caught this before, but in the title, in fact, I'm going to go back up to it. One of the things that I said, now I don't know where I put it. Anyways, I guess I won't. One of the things that I suggested is use a hashtag kind of like a digital signature, okay? So your company, let's say it's Bowman Digital Media. You could put hashtag Bowman Digital Media, or you could do what I do and use the acronym. So I use hashtag BDM. Every post I make, whether it's my personal or my company, I put hashtag BDM, and that helps me build my followers, okay? Now, smart tags, and I got to speed this up a little bit because we're getting short on time here. Smart tags are just the A or the ampersand. That's not the ampersand, it's the little A symbol, whatever that is called, right? But you do that symbol and you start typing the name. There's a drop-down list and you pick the person. Smart tags invite people to the party. They get a notification when you post them. When you do this on a post, they get notified. And so you're inviting them to come. But also, every time somebody comments or engages with the post, they can get a notification, which is very helpful to bring an audience in. Now, you want to smart tag people that are interested in the post. Don't smart tag people you don't know. Don't smart tag people that are irritated by it. So you kind of want to ask them, like, hey, is it okay if I would tag you? You should be tagging your employees. You might want to tag some of your best clients. You might want to tag some of your vendors. People, for the most part, are flattered by tags as long as you don't overdo it. And you can ask them for their permission. Again, if you have questions about that, you can ask me at the end here because I'm saving a little time for questions. Backlink building is done in blogs, partner tabs, and social media profiles. What are backlinks? Backlinks are when I click or hover on this, the hand comes up, it changes to the hand, and that takes me to their website. This is the partners tab of Project Help You Grow, which is one of my websites, okay? So like if you come here, you could click on Service Professionals Network, it would take you to their website. Most people don't come to partners tabs and look for businesses that they can do business with, but this is SEO strategy. So like I'm linked on Service Professionals Network. He links back to Bowman Digital Media and Bowman Coaching. And so we help each other out that way. Okay. So backlinks. Also, blogs provide backlink opportunity and keyword opportunities, which are both important in building your website traffic, which again, all of this comes together to help you get website traffic, in case you've forgotten. All of this works together to build your website traffic. So write blogs, include links. You want to make videos, include links in the video. All of it comes together to build backlinks, which will boost your SEO score. And this is why I recommend, I talked about it on one of the other slides, you go to any social media site that allows you to create a profile for free and incorporates what we call do follow links. You should create a profile for yourself and for your business and put those website links in there. ServiceProfessionalsNetwork.com does it. ProjectHelpYouGrow.com does it. So those are some what we call microsites that you can use. But you can write blogs on like Blogger. You can do your YouTube videos. If you have a Gmail account, you have a YouTube channel, whether you know it or not. So you can create follow links in all of those for free. Now, I'm going to wrap it up because time is short here, and I do want to give time for questions. So if you have any questions, go ahead and put them in the chat now. And then if you're looking to get a hold of me, you can reach out to me at Bowman Digital Media, at Ira Bowman, or projecthelpyougrow.com. And anyways, I think that's my time. How did I do?
There we go. Okay, can you hear me, Ira? That was absolutely phenomenal. I think we're good. I mean, we're two of. If you want to elaborate, so I put we were having a good time in the chat box. Erica joined us, so welcome, Joyce, Jean, Mercedes, everybody that's joined us today. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule. If you want to talk about Jeffrey Stern is on the call today. Ira, I don't know if you saw Jeffrey.
So, I was not watching the chat at all. I had my presentation in full screen, so I could read it. Because I was trying not to do this, right? My presentation's over there. So.
You're laser focused, but just so everybody knows, so Ira, I asked him earlier this week on Monday, I think it was like 5 o'clock Eastern time. I'm like, hey, could you throw together a press release? And I thought, I'll give him like a week or whatever. And a few hours later, he comes back with this amazing killer press release. And Ira, do you want to talk about like how we're going to like repurpose the heck out of this press release and like all the benefits that this manufacturer is going to gain by your press release?
So like right now, if you go to Bowman Digital Media, which is my business page, so I created the press release, and I actually created a post, which again, it's all about, if you do a blog or a video, you can make blogs and videos that, you can do the other. And then it's all about backlink building. It's all about keyword building. So for example, the press release, we want to, and we'll just talk openly here, we want to create some keyword enhancement for ground straps, right? For Faulkner. So we write the press release, we include links to certain pages on it. So that's going to help when it gets picked up by over 200 news outlets, which it was over the last couple of days. And then what we do is we create social media posts, which help draw attention to it. But then we take that press release, we put it on the website. So now we get our keywords pick up because we didn't until we did that. And then we create a video, which links not only to the article itself on the website, but also to some of the news organizations' articles, the actual press release, their press, you know what I mean? The actual story on their websites. And then we make little teaser videos that we can then use for social media too. All just builds eyeballs. We're just audience building. And we're backlink building because that's one of the sources of social media, of website traffic. So you've got your paid views via Google Ads. You've got your social media views via your social media activities. You've got your backlink building, and that's where press releases really kind of help the most. This press release right here was able to establish over 600 backlinks all by itself for Faulkner Electronics. And I did it for $150, just in full disclosure. That's what it costs, right? So for $150, they got an extra 600 backlinks from news organizations that have high domain authority. Then we're going to take all of that. We're going to make a video, put it on YouTube, and bring it all together. And YouTube, by the way, is 97. So domain authority, it's out of 100. It's almost perfect. Mm-hmm. And you get all that extra pop for, very, very small budget. Now, consider what I said. Most people are spending somewhere between $3,000 and $8,500 on their Google ads. Well, you just got 600 backlinks, which is about 12% of your overall website traffic if you have a healthy mix. About 40% will come from Google advertisement. About 28% of your volume will come from social media. About 12% will come from your backlinks, right? And then the rest will be referrals or organic search. So $150 in backlink building that lasts far longer than any single CPC and can have a much higher conversion rate, frankly, because those backlinks are going to help you be seen all over the place. Now, you take, maybe $150 out of your Google ad budget, and it doesn't affect it hardly at all. But you just, like I said, they just built 600 backlinks. And in that, I included a link, 200 more are going to go to their business LinkedIn profile page. So, it's easy to do. And also, they've got some artwork that I made. It's right there. I mean, it's nothing spectacular, but it's artwork. I can make that as an Instagram post, as a Facebook post, as a LinkedIn post, anything I want. You can use that image. And that's cover art for the blog on their website, right? So that's how it all works.
Yeah, absolutely phenomenal. And just the stretching out that money, that $150, it's almost criminal, Ira. So as you just covered, how many different publications are going to pick that up, the quality backlinks that are coming out. Now we have, and he did an amazing job where he's putting in stats, he's pulling out different, how it was all about safety.
Yeah.
And all different deaths from electrical shock. We turned that into a blog post. Now we have meaty content that we can put it on different social media posts, as Ira mentioned, video. So it's just amazing the amount of opportunity just from that one blog post that we can stretch out. Now in the chat box, I just want to give a shout out. Melissa joined us, Virginia. I saw Susan, and then we have a question coming from Pakistan. Okay. So do you do backlinks on LinkedIn posts and blogs only is the question.
No. These backlinks that we're talking about are in the news outlets. So Fox, NBC, ABC, Market Watch, Ask, Digital Journal. I mean, no. So you do create do follow links. I do create do follow links all over the place, including social media. But is that the only place? No.
And can you, just for everybody on the call, Ira, can you elaborate on how do those publications catch this article?
I cannot.
Without revealing the secret sauce. So you put it out into a syndicated, and then there's all sorts. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I have 80 different sources that I use for PRs. So when I'm putting out a press release, I have 80 different channels. Some of them, a lot of them actually kind of duplicate. There's a PR back channel that a lot of us end up getting to the same place, but there's 80 different ones depending on the industry, depending on the imagery that I would use, depending. So for example, Joe the Finance Guy, when I do a press release for Joe the Finance Guy, he's in a certain genre. Like I'm going to try to pick up financial outlets. Right. I'm going to use a different channel than I used for this one because this one was more about manufacturing, right? So there was safety in manufacturing. I could have tried to go with health organizations like health magazines and stuff, but there wasn't enough there. Right. So I didn't. When I started to write the article, I was thinking about going that way, but I ended up going safety, manufacturing and safety. Right. So anyways. Okay. Yeah, you use somebody like me because honestly, to do a press release, the 150 includes the writing of it. But the reason why I write them is because if you write them wrong, they'll get rejected. 6 out of 10 press releases get rejected.
Right. And the thing in those outlets, they are starving for content. So it's a win-win-win all the way around. And I know in the past, anytime I've gone with a press release, you're talking $500, $1,000. Very expensive. And so I can't thank you enough for that element. And what we'll do is we'll wrap up. And again, I want to say hi to Gene and Joyce. So, from your business standpoint, look at the benefits that Ira laid out today, from hashtags, getting involved in the comments, to tagging friends, your team. So just very powerful strategies here. If you follow Ira, it's really just a piece of education, just following Ira in itself. And just, you can see what he's done for Exit Your Way, Jeffrey Stern at Voice Express. I can attest, just watching all this elevating as we're all in it together, working together, just trying to help each other's businesses. I know like Erica does a great job. We're all supporting each other. And the thing is, when Ira opened up the program, he talked about the spend on Google. Everything else that he talked about is basically, from a service standpoint, free. These social media posts, being aggressive, 150, not free, but $150 blog press release turned into a blog post, how you can stretch it out.
Very affordable. You can generate more traffic from non-paid sources than you can from paid sources if you know what you're doing.
Yep.
Well, it converts better. It converts better. That's the other thing too, because if someone knows you, people do business because they know, like, and trust you. And if they come off of a social media site where they've seen your videos, read your posts, they're going to be more likely to convert.
75% more likely. So you'll have a much lower bounce rate, and they're 75% more likely to do business with you if they were referred via social media channel through a friend, as opposed to, so if they're coming to you because they visited your social media channel and decided to click the website, those visitors are 75% more likely to do business with you. They're going to stay on your website longer. They're more likely to fill out the form. They're more likely to engage, and they're more likely to order. It's 75%. It's not even close.
No.
So if you generate 300 views from Google ads in a month, or you could only generate 100 views from people on social media, and you had to pick one or the other, mathematically, you'd make more money, you'd make more sales just with the social media. And most people are ignoring it because they don't know how to do it. Well, I'm going to tell you a secret. This is what all my clients are figuring this out. You pay me $500 a month, $1,000 a month, $2,500 a month. It's less than what you were spending on your Google ads. And I bring a lot more business to you, not in overall volume, but in terms of orders. Click the order here button, right? That's what I bring you. And again, if you have a Google ad game that's on point, and then you increase your social media too, now you've got a thriving business.
Drop the mic, Ira. Drop the mic. I mean, just let that sink in for a minute. You said when we did our run through the other day, you know, I've been doing this for years, and you said that, and it just hit. So, you know, think of us as consumers, and you're looking for a product, you have a problem, need it solved, and you do it. You click a, you know, like, well, do I want to click the Google ad? No, I'll go to the organic link. I click into it. Do I know the site? But if I see somebody on social and they're talking about this company, or they're providing value, there's that social proof we always talk about. That is so powerful. So that was a great way to end it. So great. Hey, virtual clap. Everybody give Ira a virtual clap. He's a busy man, and he's dedicated, donated his time for us today. Ira, thank you. You are a blessing. We appreciate what priceless tips. We're on LinkedIn Live. We do this every Friday, 1:30 Eastern time, 10:30 Pacific. And we're now putting this on LinkedIn Live, so you can catch it there.
Yeah, we have lots of comments on LinkedIn Live. Thanks everyone for joining us there. We're going to shut down there on LinkedIn Live, and this is one of the benefits to actually coming to the Remo event, is you can participate in the networking after these events. So, hey, look for the links. They're all over our pages every week, and join us here. The links stay the same. So, you know, if you're joining any one of our events, everything from Tuesday speed networking with Mike and Ira to our Thursday event or this Friday event, the links stay the same. So let's just keep coming back and learning more with us. Thanks a lot. We're going to the tables.
And everybody stick around. We're going to go back to the tables, and we can chat with Ira, get some more information from him. So thank you, everybody. Thank you. Thanks, Damon.
Yeah.